Hello and welcome to another episode of Alpha TV. My name is Aver Geese, and it's nice to see you there after a few months. We've been going a little crazy over here in quarantine, and I made a promise to my friends. I promised my friends back in the middle of the summer, so August of 2020, I said, guys, I won't post another video on Alpha TV until I do one thing. What is that one thing, you ask? Well, it's to buy one of my dream cars. And I've been looking since August of 2020. I've been looking all across America. I've been placing offers, bids. I've been contacting everyone from California, Chicago, Florida, Texas. I've made offers on cars in all those states. But I couldn't really find the one until I laid my eyes on this beautiful piece of machinery. Are you guys ready to see what it is? I don't know. Should I show you yet? I don't know. This thing that I'm about to show you, I've wanted this for the last 7 years. A friend of mine had this 7 years ago, back when I was in high school. I was a senior in high school, and we were whipping this thing around. And once I laid my eyes on it, and I sat in it, and he drove me around, I said, listen, I need this thing in my life, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get it. Well, the day is here, and the time is now to come and show you what that is. Are you ready? Before I show you, let me just ask you real quick. Write in the comments, what car do you think I got? What do you think? A BMW? I had the BMW M4. That was certainly an option. The C63 AMGs, that was an option. S65s were an option. But nothing beats the sound of this V8 and the looks. It looks like a Picasso, and it's Italian. So are you ready? It is the
I'm not gonna lie, daughter had fun on Yagi, her brain fried. My lady Papa Zenny, had her lady popping Molly while she waiting on me. Yog in my area, keep on heading if you want. I drive it like a nut, I don't wanna hear you. 지겹잖아 이제 넌 like I'm Bango, cutting my hair. I just keep going though, 소신껏 날 믿고 I fly non-stop. Kelly에서 New York 구름 위로 hop on. Drive out and riding birds, honeyberry counting gobs. I do what I wanna do, 그게 나의 무늬워. 너넨 꿈꾸지 말만 많지, just do it. Like Nike, just do it. Get to know me and I 내 flow가 작은 눈이 분위기는 chill. Fendi snakes on my barrel, yeah I'm feeling first class. Yo, don't cash flow.
Maserati Gran Turismo MC. Not just any Maserati, but the Gran Turismo MC model, which is important because it's the highest spec. In this car specifically, originally when it was bought, it was actually a custom order from Beverly Hills of California. And I'll tell you what's specifically so custom about it. As you can see right here, carbon fiber trims. So you can see right here, carbon fiber on the mirrors. As you can see, let's make our way to the back over here. Carbon fiber on the splitter over here. And the quickest way, like there are multiple Maserati Gran Turismos. I want to compare it to like a Mercedes C300. On the outside, a C300 and a Mercedes C63 look exactly identical. But there's probably like a $50,000 difference in price and $50,000 difference in engine quality. So on the outside, if you look at it, it looks the same, but on the inside, the internals and what it's made of, it's very different. So the quickest way to spot whether a Maserati Gran Turismo is an MC version or not is from the center exhaust pipes. If it comes out in the center right here like it is, you know it's an MC Stradale. If it comes out over here, if there's an exhaust thing over there, then you know it's not the MC version, it's just a regular Gran Turismo. And the Gran Turismo MC is such a sought after spec. It's the best of the best. And another way to spot whether it's an MC version or not is this vent right over here. The non-MC versions do not have that. You have to have a MC model to have that over here. Sure, I don't recall exactly, but I don't believe that there are this many the roof scoops and vents on the hood. I think there's like one over there, but I believe, if memory serves me correct, these two are not there. It's just a little bit more aggressive, and it's an Italian work of art. For those of you who don't know, Maserati's owned by Ferrari, so it's the engine in this car is very similar to the one in the Ferrari 458. It's nearly identical. I forget, but there is one piece that's different. And you can tell it's Italian. It was designed by the same company who makes the Ferraris, the Pinot. I forget the name of the company, Pinot Fiorio something. And it's the little details here like Maserati that stand out. And it's the aggressive grille. It's the emblem so that as soon as you drive by, people see, wow, that's a Maserati. wow, that's a Maserati. And it really has that shock and awe presence. These rims are actually just painted. I believe they came silver and they were just freshly powder coated black. And with the black and red color combo, it really kills it. It's a killer on the road. It attracts so much attention. Funny thing is, I actually just got this washed yesterday for you guys. I've been trying so hard to find a detail. I found a good detailer, and it was just so hard to get an appointment because I want to make this video for you guys because I've had the car for almost 2 weeks now, and it was so hard to get it scheduled. I had it yesterday, but I guess this is the problem with white cars. It is so dirty. Literally in one day, it is so dirty. Let me show you. You ready? How dirty is it? This is the thing about gloss black rims. You kind of get away with it when it's dirty. You don't notice. But then, how dirty is it? You can kind of see the difference there. Same thing on the sides here. Look at this. This is all in one day. I think as soon as I came back, I literally went around the block, and as soon as I came around the block, I had half of these splatters here. And you gotta love the dirt and the rubber. But for sure, this thing is a showstopper, and it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. Let's make our way to the inside, and let me tell you why it took so long and why I had to place so many bids to get the best one. And it's because of this interior, really. It's the red color combo. This red color combo was so hard to find. Specifically, the fact that the steering wheel is red, this part here is carbon fiber, and the gear lever here, this is red. To find the steering wheel and the gear lever red was nearly impossible. On my search, I've literally looked everywhere, and there was one in Chicago that I saw that had all red interior like this, but these two weren't red. And listen, we found it, we made the offer, and it is what it is. Now if you take a look inside, you'll notice all the details. This is carbon fiber. This is carbon fiber. You see the clock, carbon fiber back there. These seats are also, they look beautiful and they feel beautiful. You'll notice this is a coupe, so there are 2 seats back there. Again, I've only had one other person sit back there, so I don't know why anybody would sit back there, but it's an option. Now, one of the greatest things about this car is the exhaust. How it sounds, how it crackles, how it pops. It's beautiful. Let me know how it sounds. Now, when I say this car is all about the details, it's all about the details. Now, let's take a look underneath the hood. If we take a look, I don't know, first, before we even talk about the hood, do you see the shimmer and the light? I don't know if the camera can do it justice, but there's like a blue tint flaring up with the pearls. But let's take a look underneath the hood, if I can figure this out. There we go. And there is your engine. Now, I mean, yes, it is the same engine as a Ferrari 458, or excuse me, nearly identical engine as a Ferrari 458, but that's not what I'm here to show you. Actually, none of this is what I'm here to show you. What I'm here to show you is this. This is the under panel for the hood, and yes, this whole thing, this is real carbon fiber, which is absolutely nuts. I do not want to know how much this costs, because trust me, this cost probably more than my first car. There's a lot of, no, I'm not kidding, not that far, but if you even look at the engine as itself, you can, and then you look at the engine of the Ferrari 458, it nearly looks very similar. It's a V8, it has roughly 454 horsepower, 0 to 60 is roughly 4.6, 4.7 and change, but when you drive a car like this, you're not really worried about how fast it can go. It's more about how much you can enjoy it, how much fun you can have. If you put it in first gear and you manually shift it for the first 2 gears, it is so much fun to drive. And especially because this car is not front wheel drive, it's rear wheel drive. The tires are also summer tires. I believe they're Pirellis P0s. So when it's on summer tires and then you rip it around the corner, oh, the back end just loves to kick out, and I enjoy it so much. I'm so excited that finally, after so many years, I get to have a car of my own that I truly love. And I'm glad that I can share it with you guys. Thank you guys who have supported me all this way, who, before we even had a car, you've subscribed to Alpha TV, which is nuts to me. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. But we're not done. We're gonna go for a drive, and every time I step in, it's just the red that attracts me in. It's beautiful. It's such a crisp color of red. Let me show you the back seats real quick. Is it spacious? I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, not really, because it's a coupe and it's hard to get into one. But I mean, once I'm back here, still keep going. Oh no, it's jamming me. No, okay, no. All right, so let's be honest. The back isn't great. This is what I'm looking like. Only people under 10 years old can come back here, but that's okay, because I'm sitting in the front. So the most fun you do have with this car is actually in manual mode. So we're gonna shift it over to manual mode. Let me move my Starbucks. It's nicely watered down over here. Let's move it to manual mode. We're gonna play around with the shifters, with the manual levers. And as you can see, these levers are huge. Freaking nuts, out of this world huge. Now, the story behind me finding this specific car is actually kind of funny. When I looked at all these dealerships all over America, I couldn't find one that I liked that had specifically this red steering wheel, the red gear lever, all red interior, carbon. I want a fully spec'd out MC model, and I couldn't find it. And I was just on my journey and on my search. I was looking through some forums, looking through some Facebook groups, and I finally found one guy that said, I was basically saying thank you to the group. Hey guys, thank you for all your help and your support and I finally purchased my car, here it is. And he posted pictures of this car. And like the stalker that I am, I found him on Facebook, I added him as a friend, and I sent him a message. Like, hey, would you be interested in selling your car? Lo and behold, he was. I sent him an offer, and a few weeks later, I got delivery of the car. Now, the reason I want to share with you guys that story is because if I didn't take that chance to DM him, I was like, who in their right mind would just go find someone, stalk them, find them on Facebook, and DM them? Nobody. But sometimes in life you have to go and chase your opportunities like that. You have to shoot your shot in the DMs, and if they work out, imagine what the possibilities are. What's the risk to reward ratio, right? Like, what do I have to lose by DMing him? He doesn't respond is option one. He laughs at me. My pride and my ego goes down, and that's basically it, right? Like, what do you have to lose at the end? Nothing. So sometimes in life we have to go chase after that opportunity. We can't just wait and sit there, right? You have to always keep pushing. And I got my dream car. Like, there's literally nothing else that I could possibly want on this spec. It's fully spec'd out. It was originally from Beverly Hills, California, Maserati and Ferrari of Beverly Hills, and then he bought it from them, and then I bought it from him. And I'm just so happy and I'm so excited. And I'm gonna share with you guys, we're gonna go on a little quick drive, and we're gonna show you what it does. Hear that? Let me downshift it. It's the V8 on here. It's like a symphony. It's like its own band, and I absolutely love it. Right now I just enabled Triptonic mode, and I'm gonna go like 7,000 RPM. It is an 8,000 RPM red line. Stupid quick. Whew. That's a good adrenaline rush. Let's put this back in automatic mode, shall we? Now this exhaust is actually a combination of a Yamaha exhaust and Ferrari engineering. I've heard that if you change the downpipe on this, it sounds identical to a 458, but the problem is it's a little too loud. And the way it is right now, I feel like I like it because loud cars get a lot of attention on the road from cops, and I like this. This is low key, it's subtle, but if I want to punch it, you hear the glorious V8 open up, you know? So I kind of got the best of both worlds, and I feel like if I go a little bit louder, I don't know if I'm gonna get that. These back roads here, I absolutely love it. This guy next to me looking at me because I got a GoPro in my head. This is why I need tints on my car. I'm thinking maybe some like 35, just because I want to be able to see. One of the things I like about this car is, I mean, there are blind spots. Obviously it is a coupe, but I do have that window and I do have that window back there, which is great because I used to be, when I drove a Corvette Z06 last time, the blind spots were ridiculous. But this is a little bit better. Of course there are blind spots in every car, but this is definitely better. One of the things that did surprise me about driving this car is two things actually. It's the first thing is suspension. The bumps aren't that bad. It's actually a very comfortable car, which is surprising. Some of these bumps, you know, you ever like clench your butt? I know that sounds weird, but you ever clench your butt thinking, oh my god, this bump's gonna be so bad, and then you go over, you're like, oh, that actually wasn't so bad. And then I get in other sports cars with my friends and it's so bad, just like a little bit. So one of the things I'm so grateful about is the suspension, because if the suspension was rough, I would hate it and I would never drive this car. But as you can see, I put on almost 800 miles in less than 3 weeks, which is absolutely ridiculous, and I need to stop and I need to relax. But the other thing I'm very interesting about this car is the torque and the acceleration. Obviously, especially because it's a rear-wheel drive car, you got to be careful how you get on the throttle. So usually how you get on the throttle is slow and steady. That's usually how it works, because if you're on a rear-wheel drive car, if you put too much like that, then immediately the back end's gonna kick out. But something interesting about this car is, let's say you're going slowly, and let's say you can even, doesn't matter what speed you're going at, 120, 130, let's say you're at 90%, usually people just stick at 90, usually they don't go 100%. But in that last 10%, from 90 to 100% full throttle, there's like this, I don't know what it is, like a nitrous button, a turbo boost, a kick in the shoe, in the back, I don't know what it is in that last 10%. And it doesn't matter how fast you're going, you will feel that extra torque. And one of my friends, Jasper, I mean, he drove the car for almost an hour and a half one day, and then I guess on the way home, he really did full throttle. He's like, whoa! He's like, what was that? I was like, yeah, I forgot to tell you about that. The last little 10%, it's a little good kick you get over there. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I did well? Did I buy the right car? Isn't it beautiful though? I think that's one thing you cannot argue. It's beautiful with the pearl white, so you get the little blue flares. It sounds gorgeous with this Yamaha / Ferrari exhaust. The red interior is absolutely killer combo. I mean, it is literally the perfect spec. And this spec was actually a custom spec from Beverly Hills of California. And then the guy I bought it from, he bought it from them, and then I bought it from him. But this guy didn't even originally have it for sale. I just happened to, excuse me. I just happened to DM this guy. Oh boy, these roads are a little bumpy. This guy didn't even have it originally for sale. I just happened to DM him, and I was like, hey, would you be interested in selling the car? And he's like, I mean, not really. I mean, he's like, I could buy an Aston Martin Vanquish if I wanted, but I mean, that wasn't really in the plan. But I'm like, sure, why not? And then it took a little while. We had to get the inspection, we had to go through all the paperwork, but then we got it done. And I'm just so happy, and I'm so grateful I'm able to get this car, and I can't wait for all the kinds of content I'm going to be able to get for you guys. All this time on Alpha TV, I haven't had a car, or excuse me, I haven't had a nice car that you guys would want to see. But now with this, I think you guys are going to want to see and hear this. thank you for joining us on today's episode of Alpha TV. And if you've been an Alpha TV member thus far for all these past years, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Honestly, you don't know what it means to me when you hit that subscribe button, when you hear that thumbs up, when I see the views go up. I'm just so grateful for all of you guys and your support over the past few years. And I hope that this car is going to help take this channel to the next level. And I really believe it will. Excuse me, I don't believe, I know for a fact it will. And I can't thank you enough. So thank you for sticking around. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button, hit that like button, and follow me on Instagram, because I post a lot of content, not really on posts, but on Instagram stories more. So you can see me cutting off guys and, oh, Maserati brother. Oh, it's a Ghibli, never mind. You can stay in your own lane. Alrighty guys, that's it for today. Adios. See you later. Peace.